It's Nolan. Yeah, I'm finna murder everything in my circumference, yo. Four bodies, one sitting like it's a conference, yo. Every verse I be eating, bring out the chopsticks, yo. Niggas banning my raps, I gotta pop shit, yo. Name somebody more consistent, I ain't narcissistic. I do say that I'm great, y'all on some all but miss shit. Competition is non-existent, I got them all. Metaphors over their head, guess I'm a volleyball. Passport just came through, I'm about to stunt. If you step on my new suede shoes, pull out the pump. If a nigga talking that red or blue, then we gotta dump. I don't wanna make them bleed, but I guess it's time of the month. How niggas kill me. Talking about war, boy, I'm Achilles from the filthy part of my city. Southside niggas gritty, I ain't with the beef. But if you bring it, then I Mr. T, you John B. I pull up, doing magic like Quan Cheetah. Swag on a new high, bag on a new rise. I pass all these new guys, I'm still acting my shoe size. Real ones know that I got the juice, I leave them chopped and screwed. Tryna cop a coupe, my light shine like I rock with Zeus. Fortified, immortalized, live through the music, might pass on my knowledge to kids like I'm a tutor, might pull up to your door like school army recruiters, might wait outside your crib like you was calling a Uber. I don't know though, training a gym like Miguel Cotto. Put them in a box, ain't talking about taking photos, let me get a buffet. I'm elevating while they living dormant. They never give me my credit like I'm a city college. They say the meek will inherit riches and be rewarded. I need a street with my name on it like Jimmy Carter. I need a whip that can change gears like a transformer. I'm killing rappers involuntary like manslaughter. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another edition of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hey man, hope y'all doing well. So today we're gonna be getting into Sean Garrett, songwriter, producer, and also JQ, another songwriter, producer, and the 20-year battle that they've been going back and forth about on who wrote Usher's Yeah from the Confessions album. Now, on the surface, this seems extremely petty, right? It seems like a whole crack of bullshit. But in reality, we love music, right? We love listening to music. We love the stories of music. We love the mythology around it. We love the backstories, all of this stuff. So for me, when I get approached with this type of information, I perk up because I love knowing or learning about some of the controversy or some of the background stories that go into the songs that we love. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say, yeah, out of Usher's collection, ain't my favorite. It ain't the one that I listen to the most. If it came on right now, I probably might not even fucking move. But it is one of his bigger hits. It is one of those iconic records. Definitely one of those songs of the 2000s that put you in a place where you're going to remember the first time you heard it. You're going to remember what you was doing in life when you was bumping that record. And if you were of age in any form of capacity, what type of parties or social settings you were in with this song being played. So, again, for 20 years, it has been an issue about who wrote the song. Needless to say, Usher didn't. JD ain't even write this one. So we've got the two heads on, got the two-headed monster, JQ and Sean Garrett, to this day, still battling it out, arguing about who did what. Now, it was brought to my attention today that Sean Garrett has a new interview with the Big Facts podcast where he wanted to delve into the situation. And basically, he's downplaying JQ's role. And if you don't know who JQ is, or Sean Garrett, excuse me, not Sean Kingston, Sean Garrett, I want to do a little bit of history lesson because that's what we do here on this channel, is talk about what these people did. Love them, hate them, like them, whatever. You can never erase what people did, right? Sean Garrett even came out as an artist on his own, put songs out, albums, etc. You know what I mean? And we're not going to go through everything that they've done, but we're just going to do some rundown, right? Now, Sean Garrett's first placement in the industry, far as I know, and he says in his interview, was Usher's Yeah. He also wrote papers for Usher. Glue, not another one of those that I don't really play. Sean Garrett wrote Sierra's Goodies. He wrote Tierra Marie's Make Her Feel Good, Mario's Break Up, Ludacris, What Them Girls Like. Shit got a little shaky with that Nicki Minaj Massive Attack. But he also wrote, and we're gonna say hooks on these records. On these rap records, hooks, not the entire raps and stuff. He also wrote Get It All, hook. And I think he may have co-produced on that. He wrote Put It Down, Brandy, Chris Brown, Wildest Dreams, Khalees Bossy. That's a big one. Nelly, Grrrls. Okay. Let me see what other stuff y'all would remember. Soldier, Destiny's Child. Beyonce, Ring the Alarm, Get Me Bodied, Upgrade You, Check on It. Diva. This nigga got hits. Kelly Rowland, Like This. That's just a quick rundown of Sean Garrett. Now, when we get to JQ, of course, he's much lesser known. Didn't really, go on to put out his own stuff, so he was more behind the scenes. We're gonna go through some catalog on him. Of course, there's they both co-wrote that, but there's some confusion about that. Throwback off the Confessions album, which is a very popular record. One of my favorites off the Confessions album, just off that motherfucking beat. Shout out Just Blaze. He wrote Truth Is for Fantasia. Supposed to Be for Tony Braxton. 4 Minutes Avant, Like a Boy for Sierra. Icebox, Omarion. Promise Ring, Tiffany Evans, big record. Let's see, what else would y'all know? He did some Britney Spears shit, Radar, Freak Show. I don't know them records, but Britney Spears nonetheless. Beyonce, Best Thing I Never Had. Dreaming by Beyonce. He does a lot more popish stuff. Nick Jonas, Testify, Ariana Grande, Baby I. And it looks like he's been dipping into foreign. Looks like, I don't know if this is Korean, Japanese, but he's been doing some Asian songwriting too, getting to the K-pop, J-pop bag, looks like. So he's got his own credits to his name. And this is for people that don't know, because some people really read the credits and they really into this thing. But again, they're going back and forth over who wrote Yeah for Usher. So first we're going to play Sean Garrett, since he's the one that's airing out the grievances most recently. And then we're going to get into Mr. JQ. Okay?
Second record out was Usher's Yeah. And, it was a lot of pushback on that record. And there was a lot of people that didn't believe.
What type of pushback you got?
It was pushback from the perspective of like the line about who did the motherfucker it was really crazy.
Who they were trying to say who did it?
I saw my first publishing deal with L.A. Reid's publishing company, Hitco Music Publishing. Yeah. So there was an album, the Confessions album. So I had to figure out how could I get in front of the game and try to make an impact. Long story short, ended up doing the song. So at the time, there was this guy named JQ that was a songwriter, producer. I asked, could he engineer my session? So he engineered my session. I finished the record. The next day, I told, I was telling Billy and Shakira, I was like, yo, we got a smash record like for Usher. They liked it, but the next day, Billy called me and was like, yo, Sean, can we give like JQ like maybe 5% of the song? And I was like, for what? He's like, well, he's a writer. And, at the time, I'm brand new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was pissed, you know what I mean? Because I was just like, if he'd have did something.
So why they trying to get 5%?
He was signed to the same publishing company, right? So it made more sense as a executive. If you got two writers on a song from the same company, that's more equity in the song. Mm-hmm. You're working both of your writers, right? And at the time, I just felt like that was robbery.
All right, so that's Sean Garrett coming out and basically positioning himself as the victim in the situation. He says, basically, to his estimation, he wrote the entire song. He goes to his publishing company, which was owned by L.A. Reid, Hitco. If y'all know anything about Hitco, I do believe there's quite a few artists that's fucking with Hitco right now. I think Ruby Rose was with Hitco, but there's some other niggas out there that fuck with them too. They recently sold the company as well, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Y'all know L.A. Reid, Arista, LaFace, Def Jam, all the shit he done did. Yeah, Ruby Rose is with them. What's my boy name? Goddamn, St. John is with them, or was with them at some point. Look like Big Boy from Outkast. Enough. You know what I mean? Y'all get the picture. So he was with Hitco early on when it was just a pub company. So they come to him and they say, "Hey man, you brought this guy in to engineer on the record. Go ahead and cut him in on the publishing. 50% on the publishing for an engineer? That don't even sound right." Anybody that works in the music industry, if you see an engineer getting 50% on the record and didn't produce on it, what are you gonna think? Yeah, robbery. So Sean Garrett is positioning himself as this brand new whippersnapper, went behind the ears, don't have no experience, don't know how things are supposed to go. They come and say, "Man, we got to give this man credit because he engineered your session when you were writing." Off rip, it sounds like a fucking lie to me. And I don't even know Sean Garrett, no disrespect, brother, but I don't see no situation in where you would get that many royalties as an engineer. I don't even think engineers are getting 15%. Most aren't getting any credits in royalties, period. That's something that people are still fighting for currently. So for y'all to back in 2003, 2004 give a nigga 50% on engineering royalties for a record, that sounds asinine to me. But let me be impartial. Okay? Because maybe they fucked you over, fucked your money up. Well, let's hear what JQ has to say about the situation, because as this story went kind of viral, semi-viral on the VSGENT Instagram page, shout out to y'all. They fuck with me and I fuck with them. I saw some people that are actually affiliated, or someone that's actually affiliated with JQ, that says this is diabolical. The lies being told here are absolutely crazy. We need to set the story straight. So I'm in the comments. I said, whoa. The fruit keeps on juicing. So now let's get into JQ's story, because he went on R&B Money with Jay Valentine and my guy Tank. Wasn't that long ago. He was just on there breaking down this exact story. And again, they've been fighting over this for 20 motherfucking years. Getting royalties, getting their money, regardless of the fact of what niggas say. He say, she say, this, that, and the third. Niggas ain't miss no checks, miss no meals. But Sean Garrett believes that he should be getting 50% more. He don't understand why I even gave you that shit, because I wrote all of it. Here we go. On my Super Mario shit. Now, at this point, that's a 35-minute story on R&B Money. But that just goes to show you the type of confusion that could go on in this music industry when it comes to who did what, who wrote what, who produced this, who said this line, who did this. This is why you got to have stuff documented. This is why, you know what's funny to me is everybody in the industry understands that split sheets need to be signed. But if you walk into the studio with established writers, producers, artists, and say, if I walk in the studio with these niggas and I'm like, yo, we signing split sheets today, right? We getting all that shit right. Niggas gonna laugh me out the room and possibly kick me the fuck out for even talking about it. Because they're gonna say, nigga, you thirsty. You just thinking about the money. We ain't here trying to create. We're thinking about the vibes. We're just trying to put all this shit together. This shit really happens to people in the industry. You go in there and you try to do things buttoned up the right way. Niggas will kick you out the studio and say you're thirsty. Just because you trying to make sure when I leave here, I don't get fucked. They will kick you out and you won't even get the opportunity to work on whatever it is that's on the board for the day. And people wonder why artists, songwriters, producers, etc. get yacked. Not everybody is dumb. Not everybody's uneducated. Not everybody doesn't know better. Sometimes when you do know better and you come to the table with wearing that on your sleeve, niggas kick you out. Or niggas start moving. Niggas, oh, let me run to the store. You be like waiting on niggas to get back to the session. They don't come back. Niggas is texting the engineer. Hey, that nigga left yet? Nah, man, he ain't. Okay, bet. I'll be back in 30. You dip out, motherfuckers is back in there running the session on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like different shit to be going on. Cause they say you making it weird. So I can see how a mistake like this could happen because the culture of this shit that we've cultivated over the years is just so fucked up. So if I'm listening to JQ Smith correctly, basically they had to go back and retroactively fix his royalties. I thought he was getting 50% up front. Now it sounds like they may have given him that 5-10% I was talking about in the beginning that engineers possibly may get some. Most engineers don't even get that, but nowadays we're kind of siphoning back to doing that because engineers ain't getting paid. You know, they're doing a lot of work in sessions. Sometimes it's easier to pay them on the back end with royalties rather than to just keep paying them to run sessions or mix everything. Every time you try to do a song, helps you get more bulk out if you just put them in on the paperwork. So it's like, yeah, we give you a little something. He said just a couple years ago, he was in the studio with goddamn JD, Brian Michael Cox, and KP, which is Kawan Prather, who's from all Atlanta legends. I don't think B Cox is really from here, but he's been here so long. You know what I'm saying? KP is like very, very close in Usher's operation nowadays. KP also was very vital in T.I.'s story. He was also very vital in a lot of people's story coming up out the A, to be honest. The Dallas Austins and all of these people, they hired him early. He was like a fucking teen prodigy or some shit. But anyway, getting off of that. So just a couple years ago, they're having a conversation and they're like, "Hey, didn't you write on this record?" And it's like, "Yeah, nigga, we've been established that." It sound like JQ didn't even know how much they entitled him to. I would think he would know off his royalty statements, but shit, he may not even get his royalty statements depending on who his publishing company is. They might just send him the checks. They might be just, you know what I mean, getting all of the notifications, getting those royalty statements. And rather than send him the royalty statement, they might just be depositing the cash in his account and he don't even know what the percentage is. That would be crazy. But for him to not know what he was entitled to and for them to ask him just a few years ago and they have to go back and do it, that's crazy to me. But again, it just shows you the type of shit that goes on in this music industry. And I want to use this moment because, hey, y'all may not know it. Y'all don't always see them in the chat or in the comments, but we definitely have artists, songwriters, producers that watch this channel. And let this stuff be a lesson to you. If you don't know, inform and educate yourself on what publishing is all about. If you need some help in understanding what publishing is all about, hit your boy up. I can help you. I've helped numerous people get their shit together. Y'all think I'm just a nigga that be running my mouth on fucking YouTube? Go back to watch some of my older videos before this shit even looked good. All I was doing was giving out motherfucking information. You know what I'm saying? About how independent artists, songwriters, and producers could monetize their work, get their shit together. I put out 2 books about this shit. They're available on realjnolan.com. Pen Game Portfolio Volume 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with your boy, but don't find yourself in a situation where you're writing records that end up blowing the fuck up and then 20 years later or 18 years later, you finally getting what you entitled to off of a fucking random ass conversation that just changes everything. Yeah, is a huge record. Let's just look at this for a second. How successful is Yeah by Usher? Because we're talking about some big stakes here. And of course, there's no way that they got like full credit, because of course Ludacris also has credit on there for his verse. And then you got to also take into account the producer Lil Jon and others that were included in the track. So the publishing on this record is split in quite a few ways when you really break this thing down. But it's the lead single from Confessions, right? Yeah, topped the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart for 12 consecutive weeks before being dethroned by another Usher song, Burn. This nigga dethroned his own shit. This nigga's a fucking legend, bruh. It was 13 times platinum it was certified 13 times platinum by the RIAA, which is the the organization that issues platinum and gold plaques. The song received a similar response in other countries, topping in another 12 charts worldwide. It was certified platinum in several countries, including Australia, Belgium, Canada, Germany, Norway, and received 2 times platinum certification in New Zealand. The song peaked in the top 10 in several year-end charts. Now, just to be clear, to go platinum and gold in other countries, the standard is a little bit different. You don't have to sell 500,000 to go gold. You don't have to sell 1 million to go platinum in other countries. In some places, you could sell 50,000 and go platinum or gold. You know what I'm saying? You just got to look up all those little details and nuances for those that care. But again, they said this shit is 13. I mean, this record sold 13 million. 13 Christina millions. And y'all ain't had a pub, right? This man been getting pennies on the dollar compared to what he was owed. That shit is crazy to me. And Sean Garrett, as of today, is still complaining, saying that he didn't get the full amount of credit because he says JQ was just engineering the session and didn't write. Now, what I find interesting is how they didn't delineate who wrote what. And for that, you may have to go watch the rest of his interview on R&B Money, because I don't see how they could be in the same room unless Sean Garrett was in that motherfucker just hogging everything up and talking to whomever was on Usher's team. Now, oh yeah, this is fire. What's going on? Yeah, who wrote that? I did. Okay. Shit, man, that nigga JQ was in here. What the fuck? Did y'all? He was just running the motherfucking session. I wrote that shit, nigga. Ask me again. Cause Sean Garrett, that motherfucker diesel. You know what I'm saying? And he got a weird face, so I'm sure niggas ain't trying to fuck with him. But I wrote that shit, nigga. I bet. Write him down. He wrote it. Okay? Get Luder. Nigga ain't even say Luder. Get Luder. Shit, man. Let's finish this shit up, man. He said he wrote it. He said that nigga engineered it. Throw him a little something, man. Fuck it. That shit crazy. So hopefully these gentlemen can get on the phone at some point, figure out how, I don't know, recharge somebody's memory. Because it seems JQ is standing on his square saying it was weird working with him to begin with. So he says that Sean has the team, he did put out albums of his own. He was an artist in his own right. So even though he's not revered at the same level as some other R&B artists that have come out and done their shit, there is a little bit more backing behind somebody who comes out as a front-facing artist versus a nigga who plays the background and does songwriting behind the scenes. Even though the power is in the pen, sometimes the power is in the nigga who's constantly on camera, right? So again, hopefully they can figure this shit out. Hopefully they don't have to keep coming to the internet beefing about this shit for another 20 years. Hopefully everybody lives to see that, lives to keep earning the fruits of their labor off of that, and cooler heads may prevail. I just wanted to talk about this shit because it was so interesting to me that one of the biggest songs in R&B history and one of the biggest songs in the music industry, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is a big record. To have so much controversy 20 years later, you would think this shit would be ironed out and everybody would be eating enormously off of it. And it seems that's not the case. Another learning lesson for the music industry. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider if you want to hear more stories like this. If you want to get away from some of the rap beef and some of the bullshit that be going on and you want to hear more of these intimate studio type stories, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Break up some of the negative vibes that be percolating over here, man. If y'all haven't noticed, I like to have fun. I like to talk my shit. I like to interact and, you know what I'm saying? I like to smile. I'm not no fucking, that's not me. I'm not Hulk smashing on nobody like that unless you really playing with me, man. So please let me know if you'd rather have some conversations like that every now and then. Just let me know. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.